So let me ask you this then. All right. So is it, I mean, if you had to vote, right, and you got two, we're just gonna say piano players. Do you bring the one in the band who so we're playing jazz, do you bring in the better soloist, but his hearing and his feel ain't as good? Because your music has a feel. It's not just, going. Or do you bring in the one who has the better feel and just maybe a decent solo game, decent chops, but feels great, hears great, versus the, solo extraordinaire? How do you rate that?
What you do is you keep looking till you can find somebody who does. Sometimes you have to.
Nah, you can't cheat. Don't cheat. Give me an answer. Give me an answer.
You have to settle. And if you have to settle, I'm going to settle for the guy who makes the music feel good, because that's really important to me.
Okay.
He might not get as many solos during the show as the guy who really can get around.
Okay.
And the same thing with drummers. The rhythm session guys, the guys who have to solo and support.
Right.
And I'm always talking in general about things they never consider. Listen, man, at the end of the phrase, you still have to be playing with the band, even if you're playing a fill. A lot of drummers, when they get to the fill, their minds turn off from the music, because this is my time. Play this. And you don't realize that's a whole bar where the music's not feeling good, And if you're an audience and you're into drummers, that's cool. But if you're just trying to feel good, and all of a sudden the guy's just starting to play all this stuff, it interrupts your flow.
Nuggets, drummers. I hope y'all paying attention.
Every culture is different. You go to gospel culture, people are really digging.
Different cultures, like you said, the different
culture, because
different
thing, man. Musicians were overplaying what we consider overplaying, and but because people know the message of the music already, they can look behind the singers and really appreciate what young musicians are doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like I know what we're talking about. I know what we're singing about.
Yeah.
And also, the parishioners appreciated seeing these young musicians dedicating themselves to something. So they're like, go on, man, go on, do your thing. And
they are killing. I mean,
so
stuff that's coming out of the church these days, man.
Now, when I was starting to do sessions, man, God put me up against the wall and said, man, you don't play with your eyes closed when you play with me. You don't play a fill unless I look at you and give you a nod.
Oh, wow.
No, it was no joke. It was a knife right here.
Oh, wow.
There was no, church got all this love. Oh, man, they were like, no, man, you lay it down, you keep it. And you know me, man. I'm like a creative. I'm gonna want to, add spices and stuff to it. But you gotta find the right place. Church is the right place.
Right. So let's close this off. I want you to give like a synopsis, everything we talked about. Just give a shout out to all the young musicians. Give them the blueprint. What do they need to do from day one? You just picked up this bass.
Yeah, you just picked up this bass. First, learn all your notes. Learn how to get a good sound out of your instrument. Right.
Wait.
Do some research.
Can you say that again?
Learn how to get a good sound out of your instrument.
Okay.
Do some research so that you can figure out what the different elements of the bass do to the sound.
Okay.
Like, I gotta admit, I first got a bass. I bought it because it had a light neck instead of a dark wood neck, and I thought that looked cool. So everybody does that, but at a certain point, your sound is so important. Is it full? Does it sound like a low guitar, like tinny? Or is it muddy? You gotta get that together. But learn your notes and then listen to everything. Anything that catches your ear. If it catches your ear, you shouldn't just be appreciating it. You should be grabbing your bass or your instrument and saying, okay, what makes that cool? What makes that grab my ear? It doesn't matter what style it is. As you get a little older, start recognizing that the bass player you're listening to can probably play 1,000 notes a minute. Why did he not? Right? Do you think it's just because he's not, he doesn't have as much talent as you? Or is it because the music doesn't require it? And keep your ears open. Attach your ear to your fingers. Meaning, sing what you're playing. Make sure that if you hear something, you can say, okay, that's... Oh, that sounds like fourths. No. Well, those are fifths, okay? Learn your intervals. So that when you decide, I want to play something, you know how to get to it.
Okay.
And then just take every gig, every opportunity you can. Don't worry about getting paid yet.
Okay.
All your boys are going to be like, oh, man, they're only paying you this, man. You don't need to be doing that. If you're young enough and the money's not that much of an issue for you, take every gig. If it turns out to be a Harvard gig, okay. You never know who's in the audience. You never know who's going to hear you and say, hey, man, let me get your number.
Right.
And that's how you build it.
Okay.
If you're young, and it depending on where you live in the country, you might have to consider moving to where the action is. Not quite as important these days because of the internet. Everybody can hear you. You make your little things, but no one's going to really trust you until they play with you. Right, so you can make all the little clips, the 16-bar clips you want, until they realize that you don't have any Achilles heels. Because you could see somebody on the internet and go, oh man, that guy's bad. Then you realize he can't play the blues, or he can't play the slow tempo, or he can't play with his fingers, and stuff like this. And that's just the bass, but every musician will probably have some kind of Achilles heel, because it's impossible to know everything about everything. But try to be as complete as you can. That's one way. The other way is just to be a specialist. Right? Specialist. I play the blues. Or I play this. Or I play that. That's who I am. Don't ask me to do nothing else. Right? Now, if you do that, you're rolling the dice because you're putting everything on one number. Either I'm going to make it as this dude that I've become, or I'm not. I'm going to have to figure something out. If you learn all the styles, you can be a working musician, guaranteed. Me, I started off kind of on both tracks. I wanted to have my own group like Stanley Clarke and Jaco Pastorius and those guys. But I knew that this opportunity to be a studio musician was right in front of me. And I probably will gain some experience. And the last thing, I talked to a record exec who was signing some of my partners to record deals. I said, hey man, I want to do it too. He said, I've been hearing about you and you're getting ready to be like the number one or number two or number three studio bass player in New York. And I think if I were you, I'd hold off. I'm trying to do my own thing. You're only 21 years old. Hold off on doing your own thing and get the experience that you're going to get playing with all these people who are about to call you. I took his advice, and it really served me well.
Yeah.
Because I'm in situations, where there's a difficulty, this section's not working or something. And I'm reminded of some session that I did for some artists where we had the same thing and it found the solution. So I have an encyclopedia worth of solutions, that I've had from having worked with all these people. And then I started my own thing with all of that.
Yeah.
Only problem is if you're a studio musician, you're a bit of a chameleon. You play like this for this record, that for that record.
Yeah.
And then when you begin to make your own thing, you have to narrow it down. Who am I as an artist? Artists have singular points of view. Right? This is how I make music.
Yeah.
So I've managed to kind of tread the line, which is usually my personality. Yeah, I can play this way, I can play that way. Everybody who said my name now just thinks this, but you play with me, So that's a part of the thing I do, and it's the most recognizable thing that I do. So of course I'm not gonna shy away from it. But I pride myself on being complete.
Okay. All right, y'all got that bass players. This is, you know what I'm saying? We got what's your bass? What they call you, the Godfather or something? Whatever they call, we gotta give you something. King, the Prince, something. we gonna figure that out. Y'all put it in the comments. What should we give?
But I'll tell you something, man. What I've been hearing from bass players is beautiful.
Yeah,
people are playing really well,
man.
Playing well is great. Playing distinctively, so everybody knows you beyond the guys who you play with normally. people can start recognizing that's you. I'm so proud of Mama Leon because it's a bad boy.
Yeah.
You hear like 3 notes. You're like
3 notes, you know. Yeah.
And I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
He always had that mindset. I'm learning everything, but I'm gonna specialize in something that's really me.
And he can play any style too. He's a
know on some records.
Yeah.
Same with myself, man.
Yeah.
So many records I play on, you never know it's me.
Yeah.
It was necessary.
Right. All right, bass players, y'all got and all musicians. That's not just for bass players though. That's for everybody. But you hearing it from the bass man himself. So, all right, that's a good one. We'll wrap it up right there.
Excellence with X.